Can you imagine a situation wherein a woman's half the month is gone into depression, anger and rage? Well, this condition is exactly called premenstrual syndrome or PMS, wherein we often tend to think that it is just a matter of a day or two wherein the person has to undergo some cramps, aches, pains, headache or those kind of symptoms. But in actual, it is something that most women experience from the day of ovulation. So what exactly is happening in a menstruating woman's body? Typically on the day of ovulation, when the ovum is released and is taken up by embryo, there is a mild increase in vata, which is why most women experience a slight pulling pain, a rise in vata on that particular day. It doesn't end there. It is in fact just the beginning wherein the blood starts accumulating in the uterus. The endometrial thickening starts rising. Now when there is increase in endometrial lining, there is pitta kapha imbalance, which means blood is accumulating out there. Now if you do not host a healthy blood in your body, as in if you are a person who often gets acne, abscess, sweat, which is smelly sweat, excessive smelly sweat, then in that case chances are that your body will always have blood-related disorders. When I say blood-related disorders, it could be something like skin diseases, itching, rashes, acne, etc. In such women, often we get to see that as the days progress, as estrogen dips from the day of ovulation, the progesterone starts picking up. Thereby what happens is there is rise in anger, rage initially approximately 8 to 10 days prior periods, and as we reach closer to periods, there is a spike in vata which leads to feeling low, depression. In some, it even goes to the level of PMDD, feeling extremely depressive. So you see, it is not just a matter of 1 or 2 days. In most women, half the month is gone into this kind of roller coaster ride. Now what can be done about the whole situation? Can you just let go of it? No. Instead, a person who is of the Vata Pitta Prakriti can take care of it by understanding when the ovulation is, and from there on they can start taking care. The first thing to be done is pre-ovulation, you can go for exertional exercise like strength training, cardio, swimming, etc. Post-ovulation, if you think there are high chances for mood swings, then you should be resorting to more calming, grounding form of exercise, nothing but yoga or Pilates. And you can also include asanas like Matsyasana, Baddha Konasana, Padmasana, etc., which helps in stretching, improving the blood circulation to the uterine part. The second thing that you can do is reduce the food that comes under the category called Malinahar or Viruddhahar, which is an inflammatory food combination and stale food, which reduces the spike in Pitta Kapha imbalance. Few other foods that you should be avoiding are curd, urad dal, fish, red chili, and excessive consumption of broiler chicken. This also prevents the spike in rage and anger, which in other words is Pitta. The third thing that you can do is consuming foods that are rich in estrogen, like yam, sesame seeds. Well, the advantage of sesame seeds is that it is not just rich in estrogen, but it is also good for your vata, thereby ensuring that you get your periods on time and the pain is also less. So that is about the two major hormonal changes that happens in your body. Now, on top of this, there's also another chemical change happening in your body, which is the sudden dip in serotonin levels, because of which you feel the extreme fatigue and the low mood. Now, when you try exercising regularly, this part will be taken care. So now that you know that PMS is not just something that can hit you a day or two prior, it is instead something that can happen from the day 14, which is ovulation. You got to take that extra care if you feel extreme mood swings. And few other changes like weight gain, headache, breast tenderness. Well, even the breast tenderness is nothing but just an expression of the vata imbalance. So you see, most of these conditions which we normalize in today's world is something that can be treated and managed, and not to be born thinking that it is normal.